today, how to get a position every time. You call them jobs. How to get a position every single time. You can get out your some notes to take notes. So every single time. How do I do this? Yeah, I'm looking at you because you give all the energy today, a focus. So I think I'm going to use you. How many have been on an interview? Everybody, okay. I'm only going to do this once in this workshop. Only once. How did your interviews go when you went on an interview? You call them jobs, I call it a position. Everything okay? Everything okay? Yeah, you okay? So, what happened on your interview? They asked you what your name was? What was the reason you wanted to work at that location, whatever? Did you get the position?
Yes.
You did? Very nice. All right. Anybody else have any experiences? What happened?
They asked what my qualifications are.
What your qualifications were? Okay. They told you about the position. Okay. You have an experience? What happened, CEO?
Well, the in-person one, they talk about company values and stuff, but over the phone, they talk about your qualifications, previous work experience, things like that, getting to know you as a worker.
Qualifications, previous work experience. Right. How did you first get the position? How did you first know about the interview? Have you ever done any interviews? Now I've done interviews where it's all online. It's automatic. And a question will come up and I have to give my answer. There's nobody there except just the camera. I'm doing it all online now. And it comes up, and the question comes up and says, how long have you been a coach in communication? How long have you done that? How many years? And then I say whatever, I give my answers. And then I press stop. And then I send it to them after I answer a bunch of questions. And they only give you a certain amount of time till the next question or whatever. Has anybody interviewed like that recently?
Yeah, it was part of the training.
Oh, part of, yeah.
Yeah, basically interview. Can do the job, basically.
Right. This is for, and I said, how do you get the position every single time? And I mean every single time. This will get you the position for the rest of your careers. I guarantee it. I've been coaching it for a long time now. And I've had many people get back to me and say, thank you. You were right, or this works, whatever. Very few people get back to me and say it didn't work, because I did a lot of research, years research, getting the positions, jobs that I wanted. And if I didn't want them, I didn't get them, because I didn't do some of these techniques that I'm going to give you. That's why I want you to possibly take notes, because you're going to be using them for the rest of your career. On one side of, let's say here, this is the employer. This is who's going to hire you. And this is you coming in and sitting down. It's a person to person, but you'll be able to do this on a Zoom also. How do you find out about a position, a job? How do you now find out about a job? One, I'll even give you one. Somebody tells you there's a job opening, and online. Online, what do you look for? What do you look for?
The top of things are like position, location, and salary, and availability, or pay.
Pay. And what's the first one?
Location, position, and
Location, position,
availability.
availability.
Yeah,
Right.
so like,
What? Okay. Do you send your resume?
sometimes depending on the position.
Well, how else can you do it? Can you send your resume? Can you? Now this is. I'm not talking about somebody tells you about the position. Your friend, your relatives say, "Oh, they're looking for," and then you go down there. You go there.
Sometimes I've brought it when I actually got the interview. They asked for it. Like I might have filled it out, the application.
The application online.
Correct, yeah.
Fill out the application online.
And then they actually bring my resume for when I called in for the interview.
So you call in
Oh, they called me in response to my application.
to response to your application. Is that how a lot of you got your positions? You sent them your resume?
Mine was in person.
Yours was in person. How did they know to call you in?
This was more towards like a school that I went to called Skills. This was more like an internship.
Okay. All right. How did they know to call you, or even if it's an internship, or why choose you? How were you chosen to do this internship? So you already had the position for that one.
It was more like to find out because my school was like also for kids that had disabilities.
Oh, okay. Okay. So did they send you?
It was like more connected with the program.
So they did
Like,
the school or the program did the interview and just sent you to work.
yeah.
Okay. If you had one where it's just on you, it's just you. You sent your resume. If you had one like that where you sent your resume and it was just you and the job, the employer, you've had that. What did you do first? What's the very first thing you do?
I wrote my name, my last name, and
On an application?
yeah, like on paper.
Oh, you did a resume.
Yeah.
And then you sent the resume.
Yeah.
Okay. Most of you, same?
Most of them I did the application but not all jobs I've found ask for resumes sometimes depending on what the position is. Yeah, that I went to.
So when they don't ask you for a resume, you fill out the application.
Yeah, and you usually have to manually put in your like previous work experience and stuff.
Then that's where I know a lot. You have to put in all this stuff.
Right. Yeah.
After you do all that, and they call you, then what's the next step? Do they call you to come in?
Yeah, typically you would call.
Right. What do you do? Because I'll just say, if you're going for one position and you send in an application and fill out the application, that's not what they want. They don't call you. Different resume, different positions. So do you know to send a different type of resume for a different position? You can't send in the same resume for an engineering position and a nursing position. You can't send in the same resume to a hospital and an engineering position or a computer position. Can you? Do you know you've got to send in a different type of resume? You got that, right?
Yeah, because I remember there was this teacher that I had in high school who was like, because he did welding, but then he also did photography. So he would have like
Welding and photography.
So he would have a portfolio of like all the things he's done, and I guess with resume for his welding job.
Resume for each.
Yeah.
A different resume. That's number one. I'd write that down if I were you. Different resume for different. You've got to know what a resume for a welder and a resume for an engineering position or a resume for a nurse position at a hospital or a doctor's office. You have to know. Because a lot of times I didn't. You have to look it up. What kind of resume do they want? I wonder, even to fill out the information, you've got to know what on your resume will work for an engineering position and what kind of resume or what information they're going to want for a nursing position.
You could also include relevant positions, like if you're trying to work in technology, maybe you worked at Best Buy or Radio Shack or something in the past, you can include that. Or if you work in child care and you're trying to do nursing, even though it's not the same position, you can still include it if it's relevant to the position.
If it's relevant to the position. Make sure you've got that note. All right? When you leave your home to go in, how do you dress? Is dress important? You think it is? Yeah? You think dress is important? How so?
First impression goes on. I think first impression is important because if I dress messy bun and just some sweats, they don't think
and some sweats, they don't think what?
I'm serious about it.
They don't think you're serious. Okay. My son went into his one audition in the very beginning after he graduated from Syracuse University. He went in dressed, and it was right after Halloween. And he went in dressed, and it was he's going into advertising. and he went in not as a professional advertising, but almost his costume. And he thought that was a good attention getter, but having to do with, it's once again, it's advertising. So he had his hair, you know, it was blonde and whatever, and da-da-da, and didn't wear a jacket or a sweater or whatever, but you know, he had dyed his hair and so forth, and went in like that. Got the position, well, after a number of interviews at that one particular, but went in, and I was going, you're not dressed, but he said, it's advertising. This will work with his portfolio. So and they called him back. I didn't think it was going to work, but advertising. He couldn't have gone in nursing or whatever. He couldn't have gone in bleached hair, blonde, and you know, with the T-shirt he had on or whatever. It wouldn't have worked. So it's your decision. Dress when you come in. Your energy matters when you walk in. We can't fist bump anymore when you walk in for that type of situation. Fist bump means what? Means what? Good job? What does a handshake mean? Now, what does a handshake mean? Nice to meet you. Okay. Take a couple of resumes walking in. Take a couple of resumes. You talk about dress, now talk about and grooming and coming in. Take a few resumes with you. It's like one CEO in the earlier workshop was talking about. I was saying his business is sweaters, selling sweaters. And I said, do you have your sweater with you? He says, no. Take your resumes with you. Your sweater if you're in business, your hats or whatever. Take them with you. Your product all the time. Do you have your product? Do you have your card? Nursing? Do you have your name or whatever? It doesn't say, I have to say nursing, but do you have a card? If you meet someone in your limo, on the train, wherever, travel, have a card with your name and information where people can contact. I know we put it in our phone, but sometimes we're moving so fast we can't. But we can reach into our pocketbook or our wallet and go, you know, here's my contact information. Because I'm always trying to go like this, and what's your contact information? Everybody, oh yeah, well, and they're gone. So, no matter what you do, that might be helpful. Have a little card. What? You've done that before? Good. Having to do with get them. But most importantly, get them from someone else. Somebody has a card or information, their email. That's why stores ask you for your email all the time. My wife gives it to them. I don't, because I know they're going to bombard me with stuff. But if you meet somebody or whatever that you might want to keep in contact with because of your careers, get their information first. Because if you just give them a card or give them your information, then it's like waiting for a date to call. You know, people don't call. But if you have them, theirs, then you have a list to when you say, I'm seeking employment in this particular field. You told me a year ago that you were in this field. Do you know anybody? Get their information. So write that down, because that's, get their information first. Now, what is it that you want? I want you to write this in a separate place. What is it that you want? What is it that you want from this job? So write this in a separate area, or right there in that area, but 2 lines. What is it? What is it? What do you want? What do you want? And then write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the other side of the paper, write, what do they want? Because once you know what it is you want and what it is they want, then you can come together with, they got what they wanted, you got what they wanted, them. Then you get a position every single time. You get a position every single time. Will you do me a favor, CEO? Could you shut that door, please? Thank you. Good. Very nice. You did it on me. Thank you very much. Thank you. What is it you want? Now, let's do, what is it you want? Once again, if you get what it is you want, get what it is they want, then you get the position every single time. So what is one thing that you want from this experience, from this interview, let's say? What's the one thing that you want? What do you want? The position. Write it down. You want the position. What's another thing you want? Good salary. Write it down. What you want. Good salary. Good position. What's another thing? That's all you want? What is it you want?
Maybe like some of the benefits.
Benefits. You don't want some of the benefits. I want all the benefits. What is it you want? Benefits. What are the benefits? Write it down. What else? What do you want, CEOs? Good, very nice. Good working environment. Write it down. Under what you want. Good working environment. What else?
Flexible schedule.
There you go. Flexible schedule. Write it down. That's what you want. Flexible schedule. What else do you want? What else do you want? What? Convenient commute. Convenient commute. That's what you want. Very nice. What else do you want? Anything else? What do you want? What do you want? Is that all you want? What do you want?
Like a good company culture.
Good, ooh, culture. Wow. Good company culture. Very nice. Very nice. Good company culture. What else? Is there anything else? Or that's it? Vacations. Write it down. Vacations. Very nice. I forgot that one. Vacations. Give me a good vacation time. What else? Is that all you want?
The opportunity to move up.
Ooh, advancement opportunity. Advancement opportunity. Very nice. Oprah says in interviews, people most of the time don't know what it is they want in the interview. They don't know. What do you want? I want to sell my movie. Okay, anything else? Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger just reminds me, he always knew precisely the reason why he was going on a talk show or whatever. Promote my movie. How big do you want it? Who do you want to come? And he always knew that was the focus. How do I get that? Which movie theaters has his movies? Know what you want. What do you want in an interview? Because what's your field, CEO?
Oh, where I work now?
No. What's your field? What's your passion field? No, not major. Passion field.
Oh, history, ethics.
History. What?
History, ethics, history.
Okay. Is that a college? Is that a company? What's the ultimate?
Like work at like Smithsonian.
Smith. Good. The Smithsonian. Is that in New York or is it in Washington?
Yeah.
Smithsonian's in Washington.
They have a museum here too.
They do?
Yeah.
In New York?
Yeah, or like under them or something like that.
Oh, okay. So that's where you're going into.
Yeah.
Right. That's that's your interview. What's your?
Mine.
Yeah. What's your field?
Like for the class,
No. What's your field? Passion.
I would say dermatology.
Dermatologist. Okay. Dermatology in New York? You want to have your dermatologist in New York? Yeah? Okay. Psychology. Where? Schools. Okay. Colleges, universities, high schools. What? Which is it? Middle school or middle school or elementary school? Psychologist. Elementary. Guidance counselor. Good. And doctor, where? What's the ultimate?
I want to travel and work.
What's the ultimate? Just bottom line. Where are you going in? Where's the position, the job for you?
In New York, OBGYN.
OBGYN. Okay. In New York. Is that private, OBGYN, or at a hospital? Both. No. Which is it? You're going in. What's the ultimate for you? What is it you want?
Private.
Huh?
Private.
Private. Private, OBGYN. Okay. How many do we have? What is it you want? Now you even know where. Write it down. Where? New York, OBGYN in New York City. The school, elementary, in New York City? In New York City. CEO. Cartoons, drawing. Yes or no?
It's like anime.
Anime.
Like drawing visual.
Where? Where? Where are you going into?
Figure that out.
No, just off the top of your head. Where are you going into?
Like, I don't know.
Yes, you do. I know you don't know. But if you did know, I know you don't know. But if you did know, you have $15 million.
I don't know. If I'm
Now what?
selling my art at Comic-Con.
At there it is. Comic-Con. Do you have to walk in and be interviewed in any way, shape, or form at Comic-Con?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Who are you? What do you do? You know, I've done this, and here's the whatever. Good. Oh, we got yours. Where are you going? What else do you want? Now you know specifically what it is you want. How many do we have now? Read them off loud.
Good salary.
Good salary.
Environment.
What?
Positive work environment.
Work environment.
Commute. Good commute.
Good commute.
Flexible schedule. Vacation time.
Flexible vacation time. Benefits. How many do we have? How many do you have? 10. Good. I said 5. We got 10. Now, you know what it is you want. What is it they want? What do they want? What is it they want? Hard working. Write it down. Hard working. What else? What do they want? The employee.
Reliable.
Reliable. Employer, not the employee. Employer. What does the employer want? You're the employee. Employer. What else do they want? People that what? People that come early.
Like, they don't come late to work, like, half hour late, like.
Wait. They want the business or corporation or institution or they want what?
Show up on time.
Show up on time. They want people showing up on time. Write it down. That's what they want. People showing up on time. When are they going to find out if people show up, if a person shows up on time? When are they going to find that out? Oh, I wasn't even thinking. They're going to find out if a person shows up on time if you show up on time for the interview. What if you show up half an hour before you're supposed to? 10 o'clock interview, you show up at 9:30. Is that good? Not so good? She says, not really. Even that was your idea.
But I mean, like,
That was your idea.
I would say it is.
Yeah, I'd say fine. Secretary, whatever, they don't care. You show up an hour early. Good. You won't be late. You'll be able to breathe and feel your power, your energy, and be ready. You know, you listen to music, or you look at some videos that make you feel good for that whole hour. But yeah, show up early. You know, you don't want to be running in there because you're 1 more minute. Let's do it 10 o'clock. You don't want to run in. So, what else do they want? So that's 2, I think. What's another thing that they want?
Someone that's
Someone who's what?
goal-oriented or career-driven.
Oh, goal-oriented. Woo! Write that down. Someone who's goal-oriented. What else?
Somebody with work experience.
Great one. Somebody with work experience. Does it have to be work in the field? Does it have to be work in the field that they're in? The employer. Does it have to be, somebody comes in, do they have to have worked in their field of business?
Not necessarily if they have the skills that can be applied.
Yeah, skills that can, like what? What skills that can be implied?
Working with the same software.
Working with the same software. What else?
Having had a similar position in the past, like you're just like coordinator or something.
Good communication skills. Okay, good. Write it down. Write it down. Something else, EO?
A good job.
This is the good job. This is the job. Good. Anything else? What do they want? What do they want? What do they want? What else do they want? Once you know what it is you want, once you know what it is they want, then it could be a match, depending on you. They know what they want. What else do they want? Good. What are good qualifications? I'm not a swimmer. If I'm going in, to the Olympics, and I can't swim, is that a good qualification? Yeah, qualifications are just, they qualifications that go along with what they do. So I said, you don't have to be, or do you have to be doing whatever it is that they do? You have to know how to do that. No. Software, no. But maybe some type of software, because they're a software company. Okay, that type of qualification. What else do they want? Anything? Is that it? One CEO, once you have this, you've got it. Every single time you will get the position. I guarantee it. Once you know what it is you want, what it is they want. If you haven't thought about it, don't know, you're going in saying, I would like a job. I would like a position. I'm a hard worker. And then you're walking out, they'll say, thank you very much. Take care. We'll call you. Don't call us, we'll call you. And then you walk out going, I hope I got that position. I hope I got that job. You don't know. I want you to know this is what the information, the communication that I gave them said, this is what I do. So, oh, can you get she said someone who's confident. Can you get a job if you're not confident? No.
They won't be confident either.
They what?
The employers won't be confident either.
No. Employers would not be confident in you. So, no, you're not going to get the position. What else do they want? What do we have so far? What they want. What do we have?
Hardworking.
Hardworking. Reliable.
On time.
On time.
Goal-oriented.
Goal-oriented.
Someone with work experience.
Somebody with work experience. You're going to get all that in a 7-minute interview. They're going to get all that in 7 minutes. Do they get all that in 7 minutes? Can they get that information in 7 minutes? Hard worker, on time, goal-oriented. Can they get all that in 10-minute interview? They can? Have they? Have they gotten all that?
They probably get a sense of it as much as they can.
As much as they can. Yeah. And if they can't get a sense that you're a hard worker, that you're on time, you're goal-oriented, you work hard, if they can't get a sense of that, what happens in this interview?
Have to throw your look application out.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I've seen on the employer side where they see a misspelling of in your application. She's smiling. See a misspelling, and then they go, it's gone. They're not going to call you. Why? Because there's misspelling. One. I saw one time. I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Look, misspelled." I said, "That's one word. I'm a horrible speller. It's only one word." He said, "Yeah, but if they didn't look over it, they didn't, or online, if they didn't check or have somebody else check, and they missed it, hey, that's what we got. This is you. This is, they say, this is them. They misspelled it. They didn't see. They didn't look. They didn't take time to find out. Gone. So you don't get a call, period. Somebody said one time in the video that was just on a video, and they're answering questions, and I saw somebody said, wasn't anybody I coached, somebody says, "Well, boss," on video, it was on video, he said, "Well, boss," and I went, "Oh, gee, really? Somebody gonna sit and call somebody on that they don't know?" They were videotaping themselves answering the question. It said boss. You don't call me boss. What? So it was out. One word, calling somebody boss. Gone. That video was gone. Delete. Went to the next person. I said, yeah. So how many do we have for the employer and what they want? How many do we have? 7? Okay. So, you know what it is you want. You know what it is they want. How are you going to do all these things right now in 10 minutes? How can you do all those 10 things that you listed that you want? How are you going to do that in 10 minutes? Can you do all those things? Get all those things answered in 10 minutes in this interview? Can you?
You can't get like everything specifically, but you can get an idea. But you have to do research on the place before you do the interview.
Before you leave home.
Yeah.
Do the research. Good point. Do the research. What's the one thing out of those 10? What is it you want? The one thing.
Good pay.
Good pay. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Good pay. Would you agree?
Yeah.
What's the one thing that they want?